Go. Alright, how's it going, everybody? It's Ben Cats and Kurt. Today we're playing with Cat, and it's been a long time since we have. Now, the thing that we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about Junkrat and Roadhog lore, so just the Junker lore overall. We might be starting today with the past, what happened, how Junkertown came to be, and maybe we'll go from there depending on how much time we have. I don't know how much time we have, but we'll see what we can get through. So Kat, what sort of, we'll just be discussing it, by the way, so this is not going to be edited or anything. What sort of thing do you want to do, Kat, while we play, or while we talk about it?
Oh, I don't care what we play while we talk about it.
We can do Total Mayhem then. I'm pretty good at
That's
that.
fine.
Alright. So essentially, I think Roadhog, okay, so this is a very common misconception, but Roadhog is from New Zealand. He's not Australian. He is,
He's a Kiwi.
yeah, isn't he Maori?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, excuse me, but yeah. So that's a very common misconception. So no, he's not white like everyone thinks he is. Stop drawing him that way. Can't stress that enough. Anyway, so what else is there to talk about in regards to Roadhog? I mean, we don't really have much to go on, but we kind of do at the same time.
I mean, there's like multiple ways that you can take with Roadhog. It's not necessarily like one of those things. Well, because we don't know a lot about him, it's like, okay, so what was he before he helped the Australian Liberation Front destroy the Omnium?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I agree. You know, I think we know he was a member of the Australian Liberation Force. We know that much, but we don't have much else to go on.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen some things saying that, like, he was a pig farmer before he became a member of the Australian Liberation Front.
Okay,
But I'm not sure.
So what did you say? He was a something?
Pig farmer.
Oh, maybe. I mean, that's a headcanon, though. It's more headcanon, so.
Well, yeah, like.
But
yeah, whatever.
But the pig on his stomach, well, it's not on my skin, obviously, but it could indicate that for sure. I suppose it is possible. I wonder if it's recording okay. I'm just checking. Oh, yeah. Yep, still good. It's a little bit laggy on my screen, though, because of recording, but whatever. Appears like the recording is doing okay. Yeah, it is, I guess. I'm gonna move and check. Yeah, it looks like it's doing alright. It's gonna be slow a little, but what the hell ever. Anyway, so he could have been a pig farmer, which could be indicated by the thing on his the tattoo on his stomach, but
Or the fact that he has a whole bunch of pig-themed items.
yeah, so something there's pigs of some sort of significance in his lore, and we don't have a damn healer. Lovely. Anyway. We have a tracer. That's not even close to what we need, but whatever. So he could have been a pig farmer. We're gonna shy away from the headcanons, I guess, because it's a little bit far. We know that he was essentially an anarchist against the maybe even New Zealand government. I'm not sure. That's up for debate. We know he was against the Australian government. The Australian government doesn't like him because he's a freedom fighter. As do no governments, realistically, anyway. But we also know that... Well, I gotta do more talking, less playing. We also know that... We don't know what his face looks like, but we've seen various concept arts, and they all depict him with his mask on, essentially, or some sort of shades on. So that could be one of the skins that we get, is maybe him wearing shades or something, or like a face, like mostly covering face mask as a skin, like back from when he was in the Australian Liberation Front. It could be possible. But then again, I don't know. So, what do you have to add to this?
I don't know.
Alright, so...
Again, there's little we know about him.
Yeah, so there's not much we can cover by him. Junkrat, how old is he now? Like, when was he... Don't we kind of know a lot about him, you
He's
said?
25. Roadhog's 48.
Alright. And we know this because of, like, a date or something, I think from the forums, I can't remember.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, it was somewhere on the Blizzard Wikipedia, and there was some sort of thing on the forums once that was mentioned about it, and so that's how it's confirmed. Someone really needs to gather up all those things, but obviously it's really hard to do. So it'll just have to be confirmed through a comic or something. And it might be in the upcoming map.
Obviously, we know Roadhog is definitely twice the age, at least, of Junkrat.
Yeah. So Roadhog is around 48 years old. People have, I guess, deducted that. Again, if any of this is wrong, just tell me in the comments, but or tell us in the comments if any of this is wrong, but we're just trying to figure stuff out here right now. I think I'm going to just go Lucio because we don't have a damn healer and no one wants to go healer. But yeah, so Roadhog's around 48 years old. He's wanted by world governments pretty much because he's woke, just as with any real life people in situations. He knows too much and they don't want him alive, and I can imagine the same as with Junkrat, rather, is that he's a freedom fighter and they don't like freedom fighters. No governments do. They'd prefer to capitalize off of the oppression of people, and such as with the Junkertown being made in general, how they gave Australia land to the Omnics, and they decided to just abandon their people just because just to make peace with Omnics, supposedly, which is kind of strange, by the way. It makes you wonder, was that Null Sector Omnics or normal Omnics? We don't know, but I can imagine it could have been Null Sector that did that, because Null Sector would have those kind of demands. They're very authoritarian. They're very imperialistic, just politically. So I can imagine that it would be Null Sector Omnics, is the Omnics that have been talked about before. That's what I'm going to deduct and go off of for these speculations, because normal Omnics like Zenyatta and other Omnics who rebelled against their creators would not be wanting land like that. They would just live in peace with the Australians, essentially. We could deduct that easily enough. So, yeah, we could be pretty sure that it was a Null Sector. Again, nothing confirmed, but so take this speculation with grains of salt, obviously, but we can think it is a Null Sector, just based on their morals and just what happened. So they gave up land to Null Sector. We're just going to go with that. They gave up land to Null Sector, and they gave up on the Australian people of the Outback. And now that the people wanted to rise up and rebel against the government, they want them killed, essentially. And that's probably the first reason why Junkrat and Roadhog are wanted. Because I can imagine before that they were just regular citizens. Maybe Junkrat was a mechanic, or a chemist of some sort, because of his Junkenstein skin and just kind of how smart he's hinted to be through various in-game lines and such. Roadhog could have been a mechanic because we can't be sure who made the bike. They both made the bike, I can imagine, and the sidecar on it. But do we know who made the bike? Was that confirmed or was that not confirmed? And we
don't know who made the bike, and in Junkrat's lore it said that he self-taught himself how to make his bombs and his guns.
Yeah, so he knows how to make bombs and guns. So he's a bit of a chemist. He knows how gunpowder works and such, maybe.
No.
No. Okay.
Oh my god, this Ana.
No, don't worry about it. Just keep going. Don't worry. And just do it for the lore. Just don't worry if you play like crap. I'm not playing my best either. Don't worry about it. Just keep going.
No, because Ana is put me in a coma.
Yeah, whatever. Just babe. Just talk about the Junkrat.
No, I'm salty now.
Okay, talk about the Junkrat though. What? I'm not gonna publish this if we keep going off track. I'm coming to save you. Ana, get your ass over here. Get your ass. I can hardly move right now because of my freaking computer being not the best. It's very choppy on my screen. Okay. So what are you saying about Junkrat? He self-taught himself how to,
He self-taught himself how to make his bombs and the grenade launcher and everything he has.
Okay.
And that was after the Omnium was destroyed.
Okay, so... Alright, so he pretty much taught himself how to, I'm not sure what that would be called, actually. Like, I don't know the term for that, but yeah. He taught himself how to make bombs and such, and he would have had to mix, probably, I don't know, powders and such or something? I don't know. I'm not sure how bombs are made, to be honest. Like,
Well,
I'm no expert, but...
It's whatever.
Yeah.
But he self-taught himself how to make these things.
But the fact that he can make things that are that advanced really tells a lot about how smart he is. And how intelligent he doesn't actually make himself out to be, normally. Now, as I recall, it was he found out about the Omnium bones, yeah? Or I can't remember if that's true or not.
There was something written on the Omnium bones. We don't know how he knew about that, or how he found out. We just know that he knows that there's something written on the Omnium bones that is fairly important information, and everyone wanted him dead because he had that information.
Yeah, and Hanzo...
Or they wanted to steal it from him.
And Hanzo thinks of it as a treasure, but I could be wrong. It could be different.
We do not know what that treasure is.
Yeah, so the treasure could be
literally anything.
It could be the information, it could be something else, we don't know. They could be one and the same, they could be two different things, but that's up for debate still. Alright, so we kinda got that all down. Kinda got their backstory. Junkrat's around half the age of Roadhog. Roadhog's around 48.
Roadhog is, according to whatever the Overwatch Wikipedia is, it says Roadhog is 48, Junkrat is 25, so...
Okay. Alright, so... Yeah, so that's how old they are. That's sort of where they stand age-wise. That's sort of their past. I think we covered most of that. At some point, and I don't know if this is true or not. We haven't covered this part yet. I don't know if was Roadhog actually hired as his bodyguard, or is that all just pure speculation?
Yes, he was hired.
Okay.
He was hired.
And we know that they've had some interesting voice lines in game for sure. One's hinting at that they don't exactly get along, one's hinting at they sort of get along together, and others hinting that they more than just get along, if you sort of catch my drift there. So their relationship is up in the air for debate, but we can discuss that further in the other video, because I'm sure that we're running out of time soon. Especially given that it's been already 13 minutes, and we're probably gonna try to keep it short. So what do we think Junkertown will look like? We know that Junkrat and Roadhog are on the run right now, but we still gotta talk about what Junkertown is, what we think it might look like. I guess that'll be interesting. Okay, so we got a Mercy. I'm gonna be Roadhog then, just for the pure sake of the video. What? I don't know.
I mean, we can only assume it's a desert wasteland with buildings and or tents.
Yeah, I can imagine maybe some like tents and stuff, maybe some like perhaps eroded buildings, maybe because of the supposed radiation. I could imagine maybe. And so we're getting a Junkertown map soon, so we're gonna talk about that now. Because we kind of talked about the Junkers past, how it came to be. We didn't talk about what happened with the Australia Liberation Front. Actually, we missed that.
We don't know what happened to it.
But headcanons do lead to. They lead to. What? Dismay.
Nothing.
Is it because I didn't want to discuss headcanons earlier?
Yes.
Well, no, I'm just saying this one's a little bit more, a little bit more story-based, you know? A little bit more towards the Junkers, which is kind of what we're talking about, so it's a bit more video topic-centric. I'm thinking maybe that So we don't know what happened with Australia Liberation Front. We'll just leave it at that. We don't know what happened. Supposedly the Omnium blew up, maybe, and caused radiation.
It did blow up.
Yeah, it did blow up somehow.
Australian Liberation Front destroyed it.
Yeah. And that could have caused it to be irradiated, but it could be due to other causes as well. No?
We don't know how it was made, but some point in making it, they probably did use radioactive material.
Yeah.
Create all that.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense then. So that's all we got right now. And I mean, if we ever do get another comic for them, that'd be interesting if they went into that sort of stuff. Because there's only so much a map can tell you about the story. And yeah. So you sort of got an idea maybe how it could look. There could be some radiated building, could be some tents, could be different sorts of things there that they could do with it. I've heard that they've been wanting to make that map for a little while now. And as much as I do love the cinematic for them that we have right now, which isn't really a cinematic so much as a little animation of pictures and such, it would be interesting to get an actual full-on animation, which could be something coming on Wednesday, but it's not confirmed that it's going to be Junker based. But it is one of the possibilities that we might see. So, alright, so we kind of talked about the Liberation Front. Then before that there was something else. There was not before that, but I was talking about something else, and I was like, oh yeah, we didn't cover the Omnium. So I think something happened with Roadhog in New Zealand, and he left New Zealand. I forgot to talk about that. No one knows why yet. There's all this headcanon, so we won't go too far into that. But yeah, that's sort of what. It'll be interesting if they sort of tell about that in the upcoming update. Maybe give Roadhog some more lore. Maybe he'll have some skins that tell more of the story. Who knows? That's also possible. Me and this hog keep ulting each other. It's really weird. And really disorienting, actually, too. So... I'm not sure. What else are we missing here? Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna talk since we're very silent, and I don't want to leave the video quiet. Let's see here. What could happen here? We might get a comic. I'm not sure. It's not confirmed that we get a comic, but we are going to get an animated short Wednesday. I'm hoping that it's the Junkers, but Roadhog and Junkrat's models would be a bit harder to animate, I would understand, because their proportions are a bit more cartoony, cartoon-looking-esque. So we'll just see about that. It would be fun to cover it in another video if they do make a Junker animated short. If they did do one, I'm not sure what it would be on. It would probably be more current events, but it would still be kind of cool to get one of those. Oh damn, I hate how you get hooked and it all gets cancelled. Although if you hook Genji, his ult doesn't necessarily get cancelled. Like, I've done it before. But anyway. Are we missing anything, Kat? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think we covered mostly everything. I mean, everyone already knows the base stuff about Junkrat, that he's sort of a bit of a pyro, and he's kind of, well, I mean, his hair is literally on fire too. But besides that, we're not gonna really talk about how that works, because that's just Overwatch lore. That's not as realistic as other things, or as there's nothing to speculate about that. His hair just is. It just is the way it is. But yeah, I don't know. Oh god, even a Doomfist punch could cancel his ult. Anyway, we kind of talked about their past. I mean, we could talk about their relationship a little bit in like another thing, maybe. I don't know. Probably not today, but I mean, I guess we kind of talked about what we might see in the map. What kind of map do you think it might be? Do you think maybe it's gonna be a death match, elimination, or maybe?
I don't really care the map that we can play on.
Wait, what?
I said I don't really care as long as it's a map that we can play on.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair, yeah. Some people are making up funny Tumblr headcanons that maybe it's oh, that's interesting. But that it's going to be sort of it's going to be like an escort. Maybe you have to escort Junkrat and Roadhog's trailer.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it's really silly, but I mean that's kind of funny.
Obviously, it would have been something of importance to the Junkers, not Junkrat and Roadhog's trailer.
Yeah, yeah. So it could be. I mean, this could be a map from the past, which is always possible. I'm gonna open up a loot box and might end the video here, to be honest. Oh cool, I got Sombra spray of her jumping a thing or something. Anyway, we kind of talked about their past, we kind of talked about what's going on, what could happen a little bit. I think we're going to make a part 2 of this at some point, talk about Junkrat and Roadhog's relationship itself, talk about what it could be, what we think it is, maybe get into a bit more headcanons that way, because this one was more kind of like what we know currently, what we have, and I think maybe the next one will be longer. Be more prepared, and maybe we'll talk about headcanons for quite a bit of time rather than just this kind of like 20 minutes. So we're gonna leave the kind of more like the further, more out there speculation for the next video. That way this one could be sort of like what we know, what we might have, what we have based on what we have so far. That way people who aren't as into headcanons and aren't as into speculations can just watch this video and be satisfied with that. And then the other ones who are more into like, hey, what could be happening, can watch the next one. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, or favorite, or whatever you feel is necessary. And I'll see all you lovely beings, universe, and whatever I upload next. Mwah.